At the dinner table 20 years ago, Lucy had just brought out a steaming bowl of ribs. Her 3 biological kids instantly rushed in and fought over them. By the time Lucy turned around to get a bowl of rice, only a little broth was left. All 3 kids had their mouths stuffed full, and not one asked if Mom had eaten. Only Anna, the adopted daughter Lucy had found on the roadside, secretly slipped her hidden rib into Lucy's hand. Lucy held that still warm rib, and her heart felt both sour and heavy. Lucy had lived a hard life. Her husband drowned years ago while fishing in the river. As a widow with no one to rely on, she wove bamboo baskets and farmed to raise 4 kids by herself. Life was bitter and difficult, but once the kids grew up, each found their own path. Her eldest son, Jack, did the best in school, went to college, stayed in the city, and became a city man. Her second son, Tom, was sharp and opened a small fruit and vegetable shop in town. Her third child, Lily, married into the next village. Her in-laws were well off and life was stable. Only Anna seemed the least capable. She couldn't keep up in school and left to work at 16. She worked hard in a factory to make money. In the first few years, Lucy's 3 biological kids still came home for holidays. But every time they came back, all they did was complain, cry poor, and ask for money. When Jack couldn't afford the down payment on an apartment in the city, Lucy gave him the $20,000 she had saved over 5 years weaving baskets. When Tom needed money to stock his shop, Lucy sold the family's 2 oxen and scraped together $6,000 for him. When Lily had a baby and her mother-in-law refused to help, Lucy dropped her farm work and spent 3 years caring for Lily's child. She stayed up late every day, worked herself exhausted, and ruined her back for life. Anna didn't have any big skills, and every penny she made came the hard way, but every month she sent $400 home without fail. It wasn't much, but it came every month. During holidays, she bought Lucy new clothes and pain patches for her back. She always worried about her mother's health. Even so, Lucy never blamed her biological children. She always believed blood was thicker than water. They were her own flesh and blood, and life outside wasn't easy for them. She thought suffering a little more for them was nothing. She just had to get through it. Years earlier, when the village divided up private hillside plots, Lucy got a camellia oil grove. Every year, selling the oil brought in steady income. The village officials even came to persuade her to transfer the grove to her 2 sons, saying they would support her when she got old. Lucy was honest and didn't think too much. She signed it over to Jack and Tom. She didn't leave even a small share for her adopted daughter, Anna. When Anna found out, she didn't complain at all. She just smiled and told Lucy, "Mom, whatever you decide is fine. Don't worry about me, I'm okay." But after Jack and Tom got the grove, they rented it out to someone else, making over $10,000 a year. The brothers pocketed every penny and never gave Lucy a cent in 20 years. In the blink of an eye, 20 years passed. Lucy turned 60, her legs got weak, and she could no longer weave baskets. She couldn't handle heavy farm work either, and survived on just over $100 a month in rural assistance. After that, her 3 biological kids came home less and less. They used to visit 2 or 3 times a year, but later, not even once in 2 years. They barely even picked up her calls. When she called Jack, he was always busy with work. When she called Tom, he said customers were in the shop, then hung up after a few words. When she called Lily, her phone was always off. Lucy couldn't reach her at all. Only Anna came home every spring festival, no matter how busy she was, always carrying bags of food, clothes, and warm supplies. Before leaving, she would secretly tuck money into the cabinet or under the pillow. She regularly bought medicine for Lucy's back and kept taking careful care of her. Deep down, Lucy knew exactly who truly treated her well, but she was soft-hearted. She kept thinking about blood ties and held on to a little hope. She thought, maybe if she waited longer, once their lives got better, they would come back and care for her. No one expected the town to suddenly post a redevelopment notice. Lucy's old home was included in the entire development zone. The old house, the land, the fields, and the camellia grove together brought the total compensation to $48 million. Although Lucy had transferred the grove to her 2 sons years ago, the original land registration was still under Lucy's name. Under the redevelopment policy, all compensation for that grove belonged to the original owner, Lucy. It had nothing to do with Jack or Tom. Before Lucy even heard about the redevelopment, Jack had already found out from an old classmate. The old house would soon have to be cleared out. Lucy felt she had no one to rely on, so she decided to stay with her eldest son, Jack, for a while first. She packed a small bag and took a bus to Jack's place in the city. As soon as she walked in, Jack's wife looked unhappy and showed no warmth. For appearances, she served tea and cut fruit. At dinner, there was stewed chicken on the table. Lucy comforted herself, thinking her daughter-in-law was still decent. But that night, Lucy got up and saw the bedroom door wasn't fully closed. She accidentally heard the couple arguing. Her daughter-in-law complained, "Your mom came empty-handed. She only gets a little over $100 a month. We'll be stuck taking care of her. Your brother and sister won't lift a finger, but they'll still want the benefits. We'll be the ones losing out. If she stays here for a while and leaves, the compensation and the house should all be ours." Jack replied in a low voice. "Don't rush. Let's just keep her happy and let her stay for now. Once the compensation comes in, we'll talk." After hearing that, Lucy felt cold from head to toe. Her heart went completely numb, and she quietly returned to the guest room. She didn't sleep all night. At breakfast the next morning, her daughter-in-law laid it all out, saying they wanted a better school district home and were short $200,000. She pressured Lucy to use the compensation money to cover it. Lucy shook her head and said helplessly, "I spent everything I earned helping you 3 get married and settled. I don't have a penny left. You're broke, yet you still came here to burden your kids? What are you trying to do?" Jack sat there the whole time without saying a word. In the end, he kicked Lucy out. He told her to go back home. Lucy crouched by the roadside outside the apartment complex and cried for a long time. After crying, she quietly took a bus to find her second son, Tom. But when she got to town, Tom's shop was closed. A nearby vendor told her Tom's wife had just had their second baby, and the family was at the hospital. Lucy rushed to the maternity ward. The moment Tom saw her, his face turned dark.